What's going on? If you were expecting some sort of ski video, well, this is not it. But let's do some Google Sheets.
Okay, so here's the real boring part. How to make a table. Start by labeling it. Table for tutorial. Hopefully that's spelled right. Then you would want to make, we're going to do like some words per minute typing. So we would say maybe student, and you'd say words per minute. Or you could say at 1 minute, then you would say 3 minute, 5 minute. And so what I did is I just have my students go ahead and put their names in. So we'd have Martha, Mia, Nancy. Then we'd have the boys, Paul, Brian, Doug. Send them to typing.com, have them do a 1 minute typing test. They come back in and they put in all of their values. Since I gave them typing assignments all this year, we're all at like 35 words per minute up to 40, which was great to see that time was well spent. Brian had trouble that day. He's an outlier. Doug only has 9 fingers, so he's having some trouble. Since it's words per minute, we're going to expect it to stay about the same. But we can check out those discrepancies, which will be nice. 35. Mia is on it. 36. 41. She got distracted. 39. All right, so now you have them do that, and that's great. Look at all those numbers you have to work with now. And you want them to clean it up a little bit. So let's say this is a minute, 5 minute. Move this whole thing over 1. We're going to copy. So we hit shift from that to that, and then we can say Apple X, which will copy it, and we can come over and paste it 1 over. And it'll move it over. Now we can say, let's add a row in there. Oops. Command Z, put it down here. Insert row, and I want to put in girl average. Here I want to put in boy average. Now we're going to write a formula. So equal sign sum. Click on that, and then we select that range to that range. Notice it gives us C2 and then the colon C4. C2 to C4. And that area is highlighted. You hit enter, and it'll give you, that is not what I want. That's a sum. That would be neat, but that's not what we want. We want average. There it is. Okay. And then it should give us the average of that range. Wonderful. Now we can take that, we hit this little square, and we drag it across, and then it'll propagate that data for us. Notice the average is not the same because it highlights, now it's D12 to D4 as opposed to C12 to C whatever. And this one now is E. See, it moves it over. That's great. We want to do the same thing for the boys. So we're going to say equal sign average. And then we select our data range. Paul through Doug. That didn't take. That's because I didn't spell average right. Silly me. There we go. Gives us our average for the boys. Now we can compare that to the girls. My goodness, the girls have done better than the boys. Who would have thought? Okay. Now we want these things to pop out a little bit, so we're going to, actually, let's just do this. We can put cells around all of this. That's this thing here. It gives us a lot of options, but I want to make lines around everything because I think that'll make it look a lot better. Then we can maybe do a little color shading. Say this will be like a green, and then boy average we can make blue, maybe like a lighter blue. Girls, we're going to go super stereotypical. Girls will be pink. That's here. Pink, pinkish purple. Wonderful, like that. Okay, that makes it a little easier for us to see. Okay, so now we're going to make a second table here. It's going to kind of have the same structure as the first one, so we can select everything, shift from the first cell to the last cell, hit Command C, copy. We're going to come over here and paste it. But now rather than words per minute, I want the student word count. So we're going to change our title, word count. And then we're going to take out some of this data. that'll be the same. We're going to go 3 to 5 for the girls, delete, 3 to 5 for the boys, and delete. Now we know this our average feature is going to get messed up there because there's no data in there. But we want that formula to remain because we're going to average our word count. So because typing.com doesn't give us our total words, it just gives us our words per minute, we can do a simple math equation to get roughly the word count that the students typed in 3 minutes. So the best way to do that is that we're going to say this will be a multiplication problem or formula. So it's equal sign product, and then we select our range. It's going to be this one, C3, Martha at 3 minutes, and then we want to say times 3. Times is going to be the little asterisk thing, so shift 8 gives us that, and then we multiply by 3 minutes. So now we've taken 31 words per minute, times it by 3, and we should get her total words at that point, 93. Great. Then we can take that formula and we can drag it out to our other cells. So we get Mia's and Nancy's information as well. For 5 minutes, we're going to do a very similar thing. We're going to write a formula, equal sign, product, select the cell that we want to start with, which was D3, Martha at 5, multiply it. So shift 8 gives us that little dude, multiply that by 5, not 50, 5, and we get that. Wonderful. And then we drag that out. Okay, same thing here with Paul. And say equal sign product and grab our starting cell times 3, close parentheses, drag it down, and the last one here, equal sign product start times 5, and drag it out. And the cool thing is that since we didn't adjust our average formula, it just went ahead and kept that formula in there, and then once we entered information into the cells, it was able to do that average for us. So now we have a lot more information to work with. So we have our student words per minute, an average of the girl and the boy, and then we have student word count, which is kind of an estimation for the same thing. And we have learned how to write a multiplication formula and an averaging formula. Okie dokie.